We all love getting emails, right? There's something thrilling about seeing that notification pop up, thinking it might be a message from a friend, a new opportunity, or even a long-lost relative reaching out. Okay, maybe not, especially when they're filled with spam, bills, and those weird messages from that one uncle you haven't seen since 1998. It's like our inboxes have become a battleground of the good, the bad, and the downright annoying. But some emails are more sinister. Lurking in our inboxes are scammers, digital bandits just waiting to swipe your hard-earned cash. These aren't just minor annoyances, they're calculated attacks designed to exploit our trust and curiosity. And they're getting sneakier. Think about it. We've all gotten better at spotting the obvious scams, the ones with glaring typos, strange email addresses, and promises that are too good to be true, like the ones with the subject line screaming, "You've won a free cruise," or "Congratulations, you're our millionth visitor." We laugh them off, but the reality is, scammers are evolving. Yeah, right. So scammers had to evolve like some kind of digital Darwinism, but instead of evolving for good, they're evolving to steal your identity and drain your bank account. They study our behaviors, learn our habits, and craft their messages to be more convincing than ever. These scams come in all shapes and sizes, but today we're tackling one that's particularly devious, the lottery scam. It's a classic, yet it continues to trap countless victims every year. It plays on our deepest desires to get rich quick, to escape the daily grind, and to finally tell our bosses where they can stick it. The allure of sudden wealth is powerful, and scammers know exactly how to exploit it. But before you start planning that early retirement, let's pull back the curtain on this age-old con. We'll dive into how these scams work, the red flags to watch out for, and what you can do to protect yourself. Because in the digital age, knowledge is your best defense against these cunning criminals. Remember those Nigerian prince emails? They were one of the earliest forms of internet fraud that many of us encountered. These emails promised you a share of a vast fortune if you could just help transfer the money out of Nigeria. You know, the ones promising you a cut of some long-lost fortune if you just help them transfer the money. They often came with elaborate backstories detailing how the money was tied up in legal red tape and needed your assistance to be freed. Lottery scams are cut from the same cloth. They promise you a life-changing sum of money, claiming you've won a lottery you never entered. They prey on our empathy and our desire for easy money. These scams tap into our emotions, making us believe that a stroke of luck has finally come our way. Here's how they typically work. You get an email. It appears out of the blue, often with an urgent tone, making you feel like you need to act quickly. It claims you've won a massive lottery jackpot. The email might even include details about the supposed lottery, making it seem more believable. Problem is, you don't even remember buying a ticket. This should be your first red flag, but the excitement of winning can cloud your judgment. But the email looks official. It might have a professional design, complete with logos and signatures that make it seem legitimate. It might even have a fancy logo and some legal jargon to make it seem legit. Don't be fooled. These elements are designed to trick you into believing the scam. This is where the con begins. The scammers are counting on you to overlook the inconsistencies and get caught up in the excitement. These scammers are masters of manipulation. They craft their messages carefully, knowing exactly how to exploit your emotions and make you act against your better judgment. They know how to push your buttons, exploiting your hopes and dreams for a chance to line their own pockets. They make you believe that your financial worries could be over with just one simple step. It's like emotional fishing, casting a wide net of deceit and hoping you'll bite. They send out thousands of these emails, knowing that even if only a few people fall for it, they'll make a profit. One of the biggest red flags in a lottery scam is the sheer amount of money they promise. We're talking millions, sometimes even tens of millions of dollars. Now, let's be real for a second. When was the last time you won anything more than a free coffee? Exactly. The odds of winning a legitimate lottery are astronomically small, like finding a unicorn riding a Bigfoot while wearing a tuxedo small. So when that email lands in your inbox, promising you more money than you could ever spend, it's time to engage your skepticism. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And trust me, winning millions of dollars from a lottery you never entered definitely falls into the too good to be true category. Okay, so they've got you hooked with the promise of unimaginable wealth. Now comes the catch. To claim your winnings, you'll need to cough up some cash. Just a small processing fee, they'll say. Or maybe it's a tax payment or some other made-up expense. This is where the scammers really show their true colors. They'll downplay the amount, making it seem like a drop in the bucket compared to the millions you're about to receive. It's just a few $100s to unlock your millions, they'll say. But remember, you're not actually unlocking anything except the scammer's bank account. Once you send that money, it's gone. And the scammers, they're already moving on to their next victim, pockets full of your hard-earned cash. Questionable lotteries, where everyone's a winner. Let's talk about the lottery itself for a second. Have you ever even heard of it? Is it a legitimate, well-known lottery, or is it something you've never come across before? If you can't find any information about it online from reputable sources, that's a major red flag. Think about it. Legitimate lotteries don't operate in the shadows. They're heavily regulated and have transparent processes for everything from ticket purchases to winner notifications. They're not going to email you out of the blue demanding money before you can claim your prize. If the email claims you won a lottery you never entered, that's another massive warning sign. You can't win something you didn't play. That's like saying you won the Super Bowl, but you don't even own a football. Section 6. Shh. It's a secret and other red flags. Another common tactic used by lottery scammers is the confidentiality clause. They'll tell you to keep your win a secret for whatever bogus reason, to protect yourself, to avoid legal complications, you name it. This is just another way to isolate you and prevent you from seeking advice from someone who might see through their lies. They might also use high-pressure tactics, urging you to act quickly before your winnings expire. They want you to act impulsively without thinking things through. Remember, legitimate organizations don't operate this way. Pay attention to the email itself. Does it look professional? Are there any grammatical errors or typos? Does the sender's email address match the official lottery organization? If something seems off, trust your gut. Don't take the bait. Pausing for critical thinking. In the age of instant gratification, it's easy to get swept up in the excitement of a potential windfall. But when it comes to lottery scams, or any online solicitation for that matter, a healthy dose of skepticism is your best defense. Take a moment to pause and think before you click on any links or respond to the email. Ask yourself, does this make sense? Have I ever even heard of this lottery? Why would they be asking me for money? Talk to someone you trust, a friend, a family member, or even your local law enforcement agency. They can provide an objective perspective and help you determine if you're dealing with a scam. Anatomy of a scam: spotting the telltale signs. So, how can you tell if that email promising you a life of luxury is actually a one-way ticket to financial ruin? Scammers are becoming increasingly sophisticated, making it harder to distinguish between legitimate offers and fraudulent schemes. Here are some telltale signs to watch out for. Unfamiliar sender. The email comes from an address you don't recognize and it doesn't match the official lottery organization. Always double-check the sender's email address for any inconsistencies. Generic greetings. The email uses a generic greeting like "Dear Winner" instead of your actual name. Legitimate organizations will usually address you by your full name. Grammatical errors. The email is riddled with spelling and grammar mistakes. Professional organizations typically have well-written communications. Pressure tactics. The email urges you to act quickly to claim your prize. Scammers often create a sense of urgency to prevent you from thinking too much about the offer. Confidentiality requests. The email asks you to keep your win a secret. This is a common tactic to isolate you from seeking advice from others. Upfront fees. The email requests that you send money to cover processing fees, taxes, or other expenses. Legitimate lotteries will never ask for money up front to claim a prize. If you see any of these red flags, hit that delete button faster than you can say scam. Remember, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant. Additionally, do some research online if you're unsure. There are many resources available that can help you verify the legitimacy of an email or offer. Knowledge is your best defense against scams. Don't hesitate to talk to friends or family if you receive a suspicious email. Sometimes a second opinion can provide clarity and prevent you from falling victim to a scam. Lastly, report any scam emails to the appropriate authorities. By doing so, you can help protect others from falling into the same trap. Stay informed, stay alert, and you'll be well equipped to spot the telltale signs of a scam. Your vigilance can save you from a lot of trouble and ensure your financial safety. What to do when you smell a rat or a scam. So you've received a suspicious email that has all the hallmarks of a lottery scam. What do you do? Asterisk. Don't engage. Do not reply to the email, click on any links, or provide any personal information. Asterisk. Report the scam. Report the email to the legitimate lottery organization, your email provider, and the Federal Trade Commission, FTC. Asterisk. Spread the word. Share your experience with friends, family, and on social media to raise awareness about lottery scams. Remember, you're not alone. Lottery scams are more common than you might think, and scammers are constantly coming up with new and creative ways to trick people. Spread the word, not the scam. Protecting yourself and others. Knowledge is power. By understanding how lottery scams work and the red flags to watch out for, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from falling victim to these digital con artists. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Don't let the allure of easy money cloud your judgment. Be skeptical, be cautious, and when in doubt, throw it out. The email, that is. Together, we can fight back against these scammers and keep our inboxes and our wallets safe.